People always ask why you have the bicycle in the trophy room. Can you just tell us the backstory behind it?
Well, it's been a tradition amongst clubs playing in Europe to exchange gifts, and that tends to happen on the evening before a match. And in this particular case, we got this bike in 1975 when Rangers played in the second round of the European Cup against Saint-Étienne. And at the time when we received it, there was a bit of puzzlement. Why a bike? You know, generally we get some crystal or some kind of ornamentation, vase or something like that. But in that case, we got the bike. And it transpires that the bike was manufactured by France, who were the main sponsors of Saint-Étienne in 1975 when we played against them. But it's a very interesting bike. It's a lot of people thought, including myself at one time, it was a type used in the Tour de France. But it wasn't. It's got mudguards, so bikes used in the Tour de France never have mudguards. But it is a top class bike. France had a factory in Saint-Étienne, employed 4,000 people at that time when they sponsored the team. And they created bikes. They also manufactured guns. They manufactured a whole range of things. And they sold them through a mail order catalogue. They were actually the first company in the world to provide a mail order catalogue, so they were almost like a kind of Amazon of their time. But the bike was the top of the range, and the Hirondelle bike, of which this is a type, was the best of all. So it was a very, very important bike, and so Saint-Étienne felt it was very important to them, and clearly we've valued it ever since.
Yeah, there's been a lot of debate over the bike and when it was received. Why has there been so much confusion around that?
I think a lot of that confusion came from an interview that Davy Wilson gave once. Davy played against Saint-Étienne in 1957 in the first round of the European Cup. Second leg, Davy actually scored, and he said he was man of the match and they awarded him a bike. So he felt this was a bike that he received at that time. And it did cause a little bit of confusion at the time, but we know that this is the 1975 bike, principally because John Gregg and Tom Forsyth, who were in that team, received it. There's a picture of John Gregg riding the bike. Tom Forsyth also said he rode it up and down the aisle of the plane when they brought it back, so there's good provenance here, but there's more than that, because the frame of the bike is a Vitas frame. It's a lightweight steel frame. Very valuable frame used, in that case, in a lot of the top races, cycle races at that time in France. And on the frame, Vitas have actually recorded the date of manufacture, and that date was 1973 when that frame was manufactured. So there's no doubt that this is the bike that we got in 1975.
Yeah, just tell us about the two meetings that we've had with Saint-Étienne. First one in 1957 and then again in 1975.
1957 was the second time we appeared in the European Cup. We'd lost the previous season to Nice, so here we were facing French opposition again. And so there was uncertainty as to how we'd perform, but we did actually very well. Won the first leg and lost the second 2-1. It was an important game for us to progress in that. 1975 was a year when we did have great expectations to make progress. We played in the second round of the tournament, but Saint-Étienne were a really good team at that time. They won 2-0 in the first leg, and that was creating a mountain for us to climb, of course. But there was great expectations, so 51,000 fans turned up at Ibrox to see, hopefully, Rangers reverse things. But Saint-Étienne had a great team with the likes of the Ravelli brothers and Patrick and Hervé and Dominique Rocheteau, who scored in the night. And so, unfortunately, it was a game too far for us. Ali McDonald got one at the end, but by that time the tie was lost. But a great Saint-Étienne team who went on to the final that year and lost out to Bayern Munich 1-0 at Hampden.
The bike still sits proudly in the trophy room. I mean, what does it represent to Rangers?
It represents something different from every other item in the trophy room. It's a figure of fun for a lot of people, a lot of jokes around it as well, but it's an important part of it. So most people, when they come into the trophy room, say, I want to see the bike, and although the game it wasn't a great one as far as the football was concerned, it's certainly an important part of the trophy room for us.